Have you ever felt like your life is strangely predictable, as if every moment is pre-programmed? Maybe you've experienced a flash of déjà vu, or noticed a momentary glitch in what you thought was reality. Today I'm diving into a radical idea. What if everything we know, our thoughts, our memories, even the entire universe, is nothing more than lines of code in an advanced simulation? This isn't just a wild sci-fi fantasy. The simulation hypothesis is a theory that's been seriously discussed by scientists, philosophers, and tech visionaries alike. In this video, I'll take you on a journey from ancient philosophical musings to modern scientific clues, and I'll also explore the harsh realities of our world, where unimaginable luxury coexists with crushing poverty. Get ready to question everything you think you know about existence. The idea that our reality might be an illusion isn't new. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato told the story of prisoners chained in a dark cave, their entire world reduced to the shadows dancing on a wall. For these prisoners, the shadows were their only reality. But imagine if one prisoner broke free and discovered a vibrant, true world outside the cave. Would he be able to convince his fellow prisoners? Or would his newfound truth be too overwhelming to accept? Fast forward to the 17th century, when René Descartes began questioning the very nature of reality. He proposed that an all-powerful deceiver could be manipulating our senses, leaving us with nothing but uncertainty. His famous conclusion, "I think, therefore I am," became his one undeniable truth amidst the possibility of a deceived existence. In 2003, philosopher Nick Bostrom introduced what we now call the simulation argument. He suggested that one of three possibilities must be true. Either advanced civilizations never reach a stage where they can create realistic simulations, or if they do, they choose not to run them, or we're already living in a simulation. With tech figures like Elon Musk speculating that the odds are heavily in favor of the simulation scenario, this idea has moved from mere speculation to serious scientific debate. Could it be that the very fabric of our existence is nothing more than a digital construct, a grand experiment crafted by an advanced civilization? As we continue, I'll uncover the scientific clues and philosophical puzzles that support this mind-bending possibility. Let's talk science. What if the peculiar behaviors we observe in the natural world are not random at all, but hints of an underlying digital architecture? First, consider the concept of a pixelated reality. At the smallest scales, physicists have discovered that space might not be infinitely divisible. The Planck length represents the smallest measurable unit, much like a pixel in a digital image. This pixelation suggests that the fabric of the cosmos could have a finite resolution, as if it were constructed from tiny discrete elements. Then there's quantum mechanics. In the quantum realm, particles behave in unpredictable ways, existing in multiple states until observed. It's as if details in our reality are only rendered when someone is watching, similar to how a computer program only loads graphics when needed. Mathematics is another compelling clue. Everything in our universe, from the orbits of planets to the behavior of subatomic particles, is governed by precise mathematical laws. Just as computer programs are built on lines of code, our cosmos follows numerical rules that hint at an underlying algorithm. And what about the cosmic speed limit, the speed of light? Some theorists suggest that this isn't just a random limit, but rather a built-in processing speed, like a frame rate that keeps everything running smoothly. Lastly, consider dark matter and dark energy. These mysterious components make up roughly 95% of the universe, yet we can't directly see or interact with them. In a simulated reality, they might be akin to background processes, vital for stability, but hidden from our everyday view. All these scientific observations add up to a fascinating possibility. What if our reality is nothing more than an incredibly sophisticated simulation? Now let's bring it closer to home. Think about our own technological achievements. Today, virtual reality and video games create immersive worlds that blur the lines between digital and real. Even with our current tech, we can simulate entire environments with stunning detail. Imagine what an advanced civilization, thousands or even millions of years ahead, might be capable of. This idea is captured in the ancestor simulation hypothesis. which suggests that future civilizations might run highly detailed simulations of their own past. If they create millions of these simulations, statistically, it's far more likely that we're living in one of them than in the original base reality. But what does it really mean if we're simulated beings? If every thought, emotion, and decision is generated by lines of code, does that strip us of free will? Or is our sense of choice simply a beautifully crafted illusion? And if there's a creator outside our simulation, watching or even tweaking our world, what does that say about the very nature of consciousness? This possibility challenges everything we think about identity and existence. It forces us to ask, who are we really if our lives are just data in a cosmic computer? Beyond theories and philosophical debates, there are curious phenomena that might be clues pointing to a simulated reality. Take the Mandela effect, for example. Have you ever remembered a famous event or detail differently from what history records? This collective misremembering suggests that reality might be subject to changes, glitches or updates in the simulation's code that alter details on a massive scale. Then there's déjà vu, the uncanny feeling that you've already experienced a moment. Some believe that this isn't just a trick of the mind, but a brief glitch, a momentary pause as the simulation recalculates itself. Unexplained phenomena, like UFO sightings and paranormal occurrences, also add to the mystery. Could these moments be when the boundaries of the simulation momentarily flicker, giving us a glimpse of the underlying code? And finally, the mathematical patterns we see everywhere. The Fibonacci sequence, fractals, and perfect symmetry in nature suggests that our world might be constructed on a precise digital framework rather than random chance. While none of these clues alone can definitively prove we're in a simulation, together they weave an intriguing tapestry that challenges our understanding of reality. If we're living in a simulation, a host of profound questions about our future arise. What does it mean for our destiny if we're just lines of code in a vast program? Can the simulation be hacked, modified, or even terminated? Imagine if we discovered a backdoor, a way to alter the very parameters of our world. Could we change our circumstances, or are our lives forever bound by the rules of this digital construct? Some futurists even speculate that if we become self-aware enough, we might be able to communicate with, or even influence, the creators of the simulation. But what if that awareness is dangerous? What if the creators decide to reset the system, or worse, shut it down entirely? And what about the end game? If our universe is just one simulation among countless others, what happens when it reaches its program conclusion? We simply vanish into nothingness? Or is there a transition to another state of existence? A sort of digital afterlife? These questions challenge us to rethink not only our origins, but our destiny as well. Even if we never fully unlock the secrets of our simulated existence, contemplating these possibilities can inspire us to live more consciously and purposefully. One of the most jarring aspects of our reality is the extreme inequality that defines our world. Look around. On this very planet, we see breathtaking luxury, gleaming skyscrapers, opulent lifestyles, and technological marvels. Yet right next door, millions struggle with starvation, poverty, and neglect. How can such polar opposites coexist in the same reality? If our universe is a simulation, these vast disparities might not be random glitches, but intentional variables. Perhaps our digital world is designed to test social, economic, and psychological dynamics, with extremes built into the code to mimic the unpredictability of life, or to see how we cope under such conditions. This brutal contrast forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. Are the systems governing our lives, our governments, our economies, our social hierarchies, merely parameters set by an unseen programmer? Or are these contradictions simply the emergent behavior of a complex system where tiny glitches in the code produce wildly divergent outcomes? When you step back and look at the world, the disparities between luxury and starvation, innovation and corruption, connectivity and isolation are impossible to ignore. Whether these contradictions are the result of human failing or an inherent part of a grand cosmic experiment, they compel us to question what is real and what is simulated. At the end of the day, whether our universe is the creation of an advanced civilization or the natural outcome of cosmic evolution, the mystery of existence remains as profound and unsettling as ever. Does the possibility that we're living in a simulation change how we view the staggering inequalities, the fleeting moments of beauty, and the pervasive chaos of our world? Perhaps it does, and maybe it even frees us to explore these contradictions with a renewed sense of purpose. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe we're living in a simulation? What does that mean for the future of humanity? Could we one day find a way to hack our fate or even rewrite the code of our existence? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious, question everything, and remember, whether by design or by chance, our lives are a testament to the extraordinary mystery of existence.